Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back if this is your first time here. I've gotten lots of new subscribers over the last couple weeks and I just wanted to say thank you to all who have subscribed. I'm just so grateful that you're here. And today we are going to be making our own foam stamps. So I've got some the thin foam that you might get from Dollar Tree or Walmart or wherever you can go to a craft store and pick up some thinner foam. This one's not too thick at all. So we're going to be using this, and then I've also got some little dies down here we're going to use, and then we're also going to utilize some punches. Anything that's got a shape to it, we can utilize it or we can draw ourselves. So let's get started and I'll show you what I have in mind here. I'm just going to pull off one of these sheets. We'll use this one right here. Kind of move this stuff over and out of the way. And I am going to start with this. I want to make a heart stamp. So if you don't have a heart stamp, you can just go ahead and draw a heart, but I'm going to utilize this. And if you can tell, almost on all punches, this is too thick to be able to go on a punch. And so what I'm going to do is use a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to punch out a heart. And then I'm just going to use it kind of like a stencil, and then I'm just going to trace around it. So I'm going to grab a pen and I'm going to try to keep this as steady as I can and just trace around it. Easy peasy, right? And I've got a small pair of scissors and I'm going to try to stay as close as I can and get a clean cut line on here around this heart. Okay, there we go. And let me zoom in here just a little bit so you can see a little better what I'm doing. And so now you can see I've got kind of a little couple jagged edges, so I'm just going to come along and trim that up just a wee bit so the outside edge of my heart is going to be nice and crisp. And I think that looks a little bit better there. Maybe one more little spot. Alrighty, so my next step I'm going to do, I've just got a clear block here, just a clear block, and I'm just going to put this on the back of here. To do that, you can just use double-sided tape. I've got some here. See, we don't need it too big. Cut off a little section and see if I can peel this back easy enough. Let's see which side looks. Oh, I do got one more little edge there that needs to be clipped up. This isn't a wanky little part. There we go. We'll put that on and I'm going to peel the back off. And I'm just going to put that right on there. So don't worry because this will peel right back off. If you've got some little wooden pieces, you can go ahead and put those right on and just keep them on as a mounted wood block. But that's how we're going to use that. Let me pull over a piece of paper and show you just how this works. Let's see. Let's use this ink here. Just a pink ink. And I want to fill it up pretty good. Turn it over. Looks like it's pretty good. And this is an old ink, so it's not the best to demonstrate this with, but you get the point of what I want to do here. So let's just kind of put this on. I'm going to press well and lift. Like I said, this ink is kind of old, but it's okay. See, isn't that cute how you can make your own little stamps? This is so fun. Such a fun idea that you could do with kids. You could do this as a background for maybe a card that you're making. Okay, so that's that one. So using the punches and making your own shapes. And I've just got some wet ones here. I'm going to wipe this off real quick just so I don't get it all over my hands. And then I'm going to use the same one. I'm going to pull this off gently. I'm going to set it to the side. And then I'm going to just use my fingernail and get that double-sided tape off. So now like it's brand new. And like I said, of course, if you have something else that you want to put this on to keep it on all the time, for sure do that, because that's going to be better. Got that, and then a dry paper towel. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is utilizing, like I said, you could do that with these. I've already done this one, and I've cut it out, and it's just a little balloon, and so that can be stamped on there. And then you could just tie a little string on, or you could draw a little string off the bottom, and that would be cute. And then of course you can do it with a butterfly, any kind of different ones you have, or you can draw your own butterfly. This is really just a fun project to make your own. But the next thing I want to show you is I've got these little dies here. I've just got a little bunny that's got some edging on it, or some little, you know, fake stitch lines on it. And then I've got this pretty little flower, and then I've got this little bird. And so I'm going to put this on the same foam sheet, and I am going to run this over to my embossing machine, and then cut these out. Actually, I want to flip these around, silly, because we want that to all be down. And this will run through your die cut machine just like a regular piece of cardstock would. So let me run over and do that, and I'll be right back and show you these cut out. Okay, I'm back, and I have these little, I got the little bird and the flower and the little bunny cut out from that. Now, of course, if you have some bigger dies, I think this one would be pretty. I haven't tried it yet, but just go through your stash of little dies that you have, because this is really just a fun thing to try out. So let's do that. I'm going to put these on just like I did. I actually got some. What did I do with it? Got some, oh, here they are. Ugh, almost stuff out of the way. I've got some glue dots here, so I think I'm going to use those just to put these little ones on here. You could just put it right on, I guess. We'll see if it'll stick. There we go. We'll put this, try this flower. I have not tried the flower yet, so let's give it a try and see how it looks. Grab another sheet of paper. Here's a blue. Let's try this. It's Blue Hawaiian by Powder Puff. It's an old one. We'll see if it's too old or not. I don't use a whole lot of colored inks, but oh, but it's not working too good, is it? Let's see if I can push harder. We're almost getting it, but you know, this will be enough just to give you an idea of what this is. Should have checked that out better before I started filming, but it's okay. We got the point, right? Push this down well and up. And we've got a cute little flower here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see it better. My lighting's not too great right now, but that's okay. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's go ahead and try this little bunny and little bird that we have cut out. We'll use one of these little dots again for this bird. I may not need a whole piece. I'm just going to pull off a little section if I can. There we go. Stick that on there. Okay, Mr. Birdie, let's see how you do. I just think this is so interesting. Thought about doing this, and I think this would be a really fun thing for kids to do, like I said. But you know what? I like to play with foam and ink too, so I'll be a grown-up kid. And there's the little bird. The neatest little thing, I think. Grab another wet wipe. And since it's almost Easter here, we'll go ahead and do the bunny before we close out here. Like I said, I'll pull that off gently again. That one came right up. All right, Mr. Bunny. Let's put on a ink, or put on a little, let me see, one of the sides. There we go. Make sure I get the right side on there. Well, that wasn't the best transfer, but that's okay. I just want it to stick. That's all that really matters, and that will probably be enough. Let me stick one more little piece up here by his head. And there are so many different adhesives you can use for this. This just happened to be what was on my work table here, so that's what I'm using. All right, let's do this. Try this one again. Put that lid on so I don't end up sticking my hand in that, because I may have happened before. That looks pretty good. It looks like I'm going to have a little line there, so let me see if I can't work this out a little bit. No, well, it'll be okay. Let's put that right on. And there we have our little bunny. I think it turned out cute. Now you can also get some of that adhesive, the foam board, you know, that will already have the white backing and have adhesive on it. But I didn't have any of that here today, so I just wanted to use what I had on hand. Okay, and there's one more thing I want to show you with this that you can do. Like I said, you're going to have that adhesive ones that are already done. And that'll make it easier to stick these down. And then there are different companies that make the ones like this that are already, oops, let me zoom out a little. I'll close there. Make the ones like this that already have the little adhesive backing. So this was just a Bunny and Chicks one that I picked up for my homeschool co-op, and they've already used most all the bunnies and everything in it, but it still has these little shapes. And there's like a little duck here, and that would be cute for like a little, you know, a baby shower if you were going to host something like that and wanted to use that. Or the kids, of course, are going to love using these, so you could just undo it, stick it down. And I already tried one with this bunny, so let me show you what this looks like with this. And actually, when I did it, I still got a little ink. I'm going to use my paper towel to push it down. When I did it, it's actually showed some of the outline of this, so it must have a little bit of an imprint in it already. And I did this on black ink earlier just to try it before I started filming. So let me show you that real quick. So how easy that is just to pull one off. And then at Walmart or different craft stores, you can find these that are already, I think that'd be good, already cut for you. So that makes it really simple and easy. Probably should have put a little more ink on there, but you get the picture. I'll lift that up. Well, I didn't get his ear too good, but anyhow, see how that left the little of what that looks like already on there. So this is just another fun little project you can use in your crafting, or you can use it, of course, with a kids group. I think it would be fun and they would enjoy it. Just using these little foam pieces. And I think my heart's the favorite, the way that one turned out. But these are pretty cute. So I just think they turned out really nice. I am going to be doing a review. I've had several people ask me about my embossing die cutting machine, so that's probably going to be my next video, is I'll be showing you that. I just love it, so that'll be my next video up. So thanks for joining me today for this quick little tutorial on making your own stamps. See you next time. Bye.